Welcome back, SethBling here. This week I started speedrunning Super Mario Bros., the original Mario platformer game for NES, Nintendo Entertainment System, and today I want to share with you my personal best in the game, which is a time of 5 minutes and 16 seconds. This is about 20 seconds off of the world record, which doesn't sound like a ton, but it is a ton. My gameplay is a lot worse. For instance, here I'm getting, you can see I'm Big Mario, and I'm actually going to get firepower in the next level. That's because it's a safety strategy to basically try and minimize the risk of dying. It also makes it a little bit easier to get past piranha plants. I got 3 fireworks in this level. You're not supposed to get fireworks. It's slow. There's some slow things, but overall, I think it's a good run for my first couple days speedrunning this game. So here we go, firepower. So yeah, I'll sort of go through the run and what's going on. I mean, a lot of the run and a lot of speedrunning Super Mario Brothers is just kind of jumping, holding right and running and jumping at the right times. When you have firepower, you also have to shoot fireballs and clear out piranha plants from pipes. Of course, in 1-2 here, we take the warp zone, skipped straight to World 4, and then we're going to take another warp zone in 4-2. 4-1 is a really easy level. There's not a lot of stuff to try and dodge. You just have to remember to jump over everything and maybe shoot some piranha plants. You don't even have to shoot those piranha plants. You can just jump right over those pretty easily. But yeah, so I'm not using any of the like crazy difficult tricks that make Super Mario Brothers 1 one of the most difficult speedruns to get world record for. There's like flagpole glitches and bullet bill glitches that can save you very small amounts of time, less than a second, that are very, very difficult, require multiple frame perfect inputs, and I'm not doing any of that stuff. I want to do a longer speed run. Here I am doing a glitch. This is probably the only major glitch I'm using. Well, there's actually one other place. So this is called a wrong warp. Basically, I ducked under that part of the level and then came over here, and that pipe normally wouldn't take you to this room. Normally that pipe would take you to a room with a bunch of coins that's underground, but instead it took me to the warp zone here, which normally you would get to by climbing a vine. And that wrong warp works by making the camera scroll a little bit farther forward than it would normally be when you get to that part. And the game determines, whenever you go down a pipe or climb a vine or whatever, it determines where that vine or pipe or whatever takes you based on where the camera is scrolled. And so it's called a wrong warp. It's relatively small time save. It's basically used to avoid the animation of climbing the vine that you would normally climb to get to the warp zone there. Yeah, 8-1 here is just a lot of platforming, a lot of jumping around, shooting some piranha plants in pipes sometimes. Nothing too special here. Yeah, so the reason that I'm learning this category, and you've seen me post some other credits warps on my channel and stuff, is I want to do this kind of Mario Hour challenge, but I want to do a modified version of it. And so Mario Hour was a sort of speedrun challenge originally proposed by Darbian, which involved playing 6 Mario games in under an hour. It was this game, Super Mario Bros. 2 Japanese version, which is also known as the Lost Levels, Super Mario Bros. 2 US version, Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario World, and Super Mario 64. And that Mario Hour challenge did not allow any credits warps. So my plan is to change up the category, change up that challenge a lot. I'm going to allow credits warps, and that's why you've seen me learning some new credits warps. And I'm also going to add a couple games and remove Mario 64. So that's the plan. We'll see if it actually comes to fruition. I still have a couple games left to learn. But, learning Mario 1 is an important part of that because it's going to be part of the challenge. And learning safe strategies, specifically strategies where I'm very likely to be able to finish the game, is important. To be able to get as many runs as possible in where I can afford to lose a little bit of time as long as I safely make it through the whole thing. So 8-3 had a few Hammer Brothers there, but really this level is pretty easy with firepower because you can just kind of shoot all the obstacles that are in your way. 8-4 does have another wrong warp in the third room, but otherwise it's also relatively straightforward. It's also the only time that we have to swim in this speedrun. And I take the room with water very safely. There is a pipe clip you can do to jump up onto the pipe, where you don't have to get the block to jump up on there. Here is the wrong warp. You just scroll a little bit past you move past the pipe before you go in it to make the screen scroll incorrectly. And normally that pipe would not take you to this underwater section, but because of the wrong warp, it does. Yeah, you can see I'm just like taking it very safe. Like normally you would go underneath that, so you could just like go right into the pipe underneath that fire bar. But and then here we go. Here's the end of the game. I don't need firepower anymore because the game is over. So timer says 5:17, but it's actually 5:16.6. This is my personal best. Again, it's not like an amazing speed run. A lot of other people, I'm like 200. No, wait. No, sorry. I'm like 460. So I don't know, something on the leaderboard. I'm out of like 1,000. So this is not any sort of, groundbreaking achievement or anything, but it's my best time and I'm pretty happy with it. And it fits into a larger plan to speedrun multiple games back to back. And so I think the safety of this strategy is more important than any sort of optimization of time. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.